Well, we're in the same situation as VGK is. It's more or less a trickle down effect here. So unfortunately, they've got so many guys out of the lineup that are normally in their lineup, and they're bringing our players up, which is we're so happy for our kids to get that opportunity. But it does affect our lineup, no question about it. So yeah, we're getting used to, or not getting used to. We're used to being able to have to juggle our lines and have our players play with different guys or different positions for that matter, especially up front. We're asked some guys maybe play center that they haven't done before, but at the end of the day, Ben, though, I think for these kids, though, it's a great experience. So if they can get another type of skill set that they can put into their game and part of their development, I think it's nothing but a positive. Yeah, it's nice to see Paul get rewarded for the effort that he's put in. Paul does have offensive skill, no question about it, in the American League, and nice to see that translate in the NHL level here. But for Paul to stick full time up there, it's about his play without the puck, and that's something that he's been really for the year and a half that I've had him here. That's something he's really working on, and you see the improvement in his play and the trust that Pete and the staff has put into him, playing as many minutes as he has here. So that's a real positive thing. I really like what Pete had quoted the other day as far as, a lot of these guys, they can score at the lower levels, but it doesn't necessarily translate to scoring at the NHL level. So you have to have other parts of your game for the trust of the coaching staff to put you in those situations, and we're very happy our kids have all of them had that trust in their coaching staff to play up there. Well, our goaltending has been very good this year so far, and with Logan and also with Fergie. Unfortunately, Fergie's out for this a little bit right now, but you have that every single night. That you have that sense of calm that you're going to make mistakes, but you have your goaltender playing as solid as it is. That gives you an opportunity to win every single night here, and I can't say enough of how good our goaltenders this year have been, especially on our penalty kill. Usually, your penalty kill has got to be your best penalty kill has got to be your goaltender, and that's certainly been the case for us this year. Oh, Ben, it means everything to me. Just having, without having anybody have to say anything, just the support that the whole VGK organization and HSK, as far as allowing me on my own time frame to be able to understand this and deal with this battle that I'm going through right now, and not only the organization, but our teammates, my coaching staff, and more importantly my family here. I'm so blessed to have such a wonderful support group and so many people caring.
Maybe just a couple more. You mentioned a couple of players getting a chance at center. Pavel Dorofeev is a player we've seen down the middle a couple of times. Is that something he seemed to like?
Whether he liked it or not, we just put him there. So we didn't really ask him. But it's Pav's is a talented player and he's a smart hockey player, so he certainly will adjust here. But no, we just jokingly we put him there and he liked it. He had no problem. He loved playing that position too. So we feel Pav's best position is a winger. But if going forward we need him to play at center at any time, we're certainly going to put him there again.
Ben mentioned it's been a roster shuffle several times throughout this season, but part of development is that your players are supposed to get better and you can depend on more of your depth. So Maxim Marashev has points in 4 straight. Guys starting to blossom like that, does that make it easier to get through stretches where the Vegas Golden Knights are bringing more guys up?
Well, certainly. I don't think you get through a season without relying on your depth, whether it's the early part of the season or middle part or at the end of the season. So you need these guys and this valuable ice time that these kids are getting right now, especially when they're a younger player. it's only going to pay off dividends for us later on in the season, getting towards playoffs. So we want to get these kids as many situations as they possibly can. We're going to get healthy. Both teams are going to get healthy again, and both teams are going to have really good hockey teams. But in the meantime, some of these players that normally wouldn't eat up so many of those minutes or use those so many minutes, are getting that opportunity to utilize those chances, and it's going to make them better. There's no question about it, and our team's better.
This is probably a factor that we give too much attention to, but in Colorado, the altitude factor, is that something that has to be accounted for maybe in the first period?
Certainly. Actually, we just talked about that at the end of our morning skate. It is a factor. So it's important that we have to manage our shifts, make sure that our shifts aren't overextended. You get extended here in this type of altitude too long, and your tank is empty, and you really can't do anything. So, but if we're conscious of that, of keeping short shifts and staying fresh on the ice, you recover a lot quicker. And certainly that's something we discuss about, and certainly we'll talk about throughout the game.
You guys did a great job containing scoring opportunities in 2 games in Stockton. How does that transfer over now against Colorado?
Everything. That's something that we talked about as a group, going back to that San Diego game. We didn't do a good job of that at all. We refocused. We kind of went over things again as a group. For us, as being connected as a group, all 5 players on the ice. And so when they're coming at us, and they're going to come at you, all these teams are all so good, but we've got to make sure that we're connected. So if there is a mistake, we have another layer there in a good defensive posture. And that doesn't mean we're playing defensive by any means. That means we're playing aggressive defense because we want that puck. We want to get back on offense as quick as possible. And we feel if we have the puck, you're playing less defense.